Welcome to Dubspot Online. Here's a sample video from one of our courses to give you a better understanding of the Dubspot student experience. This is Dubspot Online UnFiltered.
You may have heard the term granular synthesis thrown around. It sounds like a pretty impressive, sophisticated thing, but what you may not know is that it's actually a more advanced, sophisticated function of sampling. And we can actually do different granular functions with sampler. The idea with granular synthesis is that it is taking a sample and reducing it to a very small, bite-sized piece referred to as a grain. And once we have the sample as grains, we're able to do different levels of manipulation with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record my voice into the computer. I'm going to go to my system, to my preferences for live, and I'm going to go to my audio input device. I'm going to select my microphone as the input. This is the same microphone that I am using to narrate these videos. And you can see that the signal is coming up right now, and I'm going to set it to a mono input, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the monitoring off. I'm going to arm the track, and now we see the level coming up. So let me just record a quick sound bite. Granular time stretch. Okay, so if we take a look at the audio file, we'll see that it has now recorded my voice. Let's take the record off and let's play the track back. Granular time stretch. Perfect. Let's go ahead and shorten this as well. Take it to exactly 2 bars, and let's right click and say crop sample. So what I'm going to do is create a new MIDI track. And on this MIDI track, I'm going to put an instance of sampler. I'm going to go ahead and take the audio that I just recorded and I'm going to put it into sampler. And now we'll be able to hear my voice as I trigger on the keys. Granular time stretch. 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 So let's go ahead and trim the front, and let's also trim the end here as well. Okay, so what I'm going to want to do is put this into a forward loop. And I'm going to go ahead and take my loop range and move it over. And I'm going to take the end of the loop, and I'm going to take it here, and I'm going to make it very, very small. And let's just zoom in. And I'm also going to go here. So if I hold down the key, we're going to hear that little portion of the sample triggered over and over and over again. Okay, so let's go ahead and set the start of the sample to where the loop starts. Let me go and grab the flag and move it over. Okay, so now when I strike the key, so the idea here is that I want to set up sampler so that it moves through the start point of the sample while it's in that very, very tiny little loop. So if I go to my modulation page, I'm going to go and engage my auxiliary envelope. As far as my destinations go, I had said before that we have some destinations that are related directly to the sample and the way that the sample plays back, and one of these destinations is called loop start. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this 100% intensity. And I'm going to put the longest possible attack that I have on the auxiliary envelope. And I'm also going to put my sustain level up all the way as well. And we're going to go back to the sample so we can actually see what's going on. And now when I trigger the key and hold it down, the loop point should progress through the sample. So the idea with this is kind of an old school time stretching trick. It's really not designed to fit musical parts into a correct tempo. It's more for an effect. And when we do a simple little thing like put a delay on the signal or put a reverb, I'm going to first start with a delay. Let's go ahead and put a simple delay. Let's set it to 3 and set it to link and turn the feedback up. And I'm also going to go ahead and put a reverb to follow it as well. And let's go back to my absolutely favorite large hall reverb. And let's go ahead and pull the dry wet down so that it's more on the dry side. And now I'm going to play the sample back. So if I want it to move through the sample faster, I can actually adjust my attack time. Let's just make it a little bit shorter. Granular time stretch. Granular time stretch. So you probably notice a little bit of popping going on in the sample as well. And we actually already know how to fix this. We're going to utilize a little bit of crossfade just so that it doesn't pop as it's going through. Granular time stretch. Granular time stretch. So although this type of effect is very commonly heard with vocals, it can actually create some amazing textures and sound effects by using it with some pretty unlikely suspects as far as what the source sample is. So I'm going to create one more instance of sampler. And in this one, I'm going to go back to my Loop Masters folder, and I'm going to go to my one-shot drum samples, and I'm going to go to the crash cymbals. So this one will do nicely. So when I strike C3, so I'm going to go ahead and put the loop into forward mode, and I'm going to take the loop and shrink it down really, really small to the grain size. And let's just zoom in a little bit. The crossfade is not actually going to work unless the loop is a little bit apart from the actual start of the sample. So now it should be looping in a tiny little grain. So let's go to our modulation page and let's engage the auxiliary envelope. Let's set destination A to become loop start. Let's turn the amount up all the way. And let's go ahead and put a long attack on the sound, or on the auxiliary envelope. And now we have a granular time stretch of the crash cymbal. And again, this is probably going to sound better with a bit of reverb and some spatial effects on it. Let's go ahead and put a simple delay after that as well. And for this, we won't link both sides. We'll keep one at 3 and the other side at 6. And let's just back off the dry wet just a little bit. Some unbelievably cool and exotic sounds can be created using this different method. Experiment, try different sounds. Some of the least likely suspects might actually make some of the greatest granular time stretch candidates.
Welcome to Dubspot. We believe in providing you hands-on experience right away. Whether you're completely new to music and want to turn the sounds in your head into a musical reality, or you're an experienced artist looking to refine your skills and add new tools to your arsenal, we're ready to meet you at your level. For students of all ages, all levels, and all styles of music, Dubspot is here to help you achieve your goals. With course offerings both online wherever you are and at our school in the heart of New York City, we are ready to guide you through the next phase of your musical transformation. Whether you want to produce music, DJ, or do both, you've come to the right place. Come explore Dubspot for yourself. Become a part of our community and make music.